they parted actually. Yuka makes no sense. Why you go to such lengths, Yuka? Does this game even have a good ending? I'm questioning reality anyway. Finally, our Akane is back. Are we going to have actually awesome scene at the end? So far so good. And I don't feel like I don't want to read this. Finally some wholesome scene. Akane looks so lovely here. I love it. Welcome Pocket Watch here, and it's probably time for another episode of Gore Screaming Show, unless it's the same episode. Somehow, maybe I decided to put it together. I'm kind of lethargic because I just brought new coffee and I'm right after finishing the previous ending that you saw. So I'm still like kind of devastated. And this ending apparently being called a poor judgment. Indeed, poor judgment. Seems like we cannot save Akane after all, because the only choice we have for this road is the one that I wish we could just not do. Let's go. Let's do it. Why we got hard for this? What the fuck? What? I'm confused. Fine, go ahead, kill her then. And immediately after, Kyoji makes his declaration. But then, I'll kill myself too. Okay, that's his play. That's smart actually. He adds. This is an all or nothing gambit. He stifles his choking breaths and bluffs as strong as he can. Okay, I didn't thought about this bluff actually. That's actually a pretty strong one. Okay, okay, that may work actually. Yuka stares at him, stunned, before finally parting her lips. Okay. For some reason that worked, okay. I mean, yeah, because she don't want to hurt Kyoji. Which is very subjective, because she clearly hurt him in the last episode. Emotionally. And I don't want him to die either, but if Akane dies, so will I. How could I live with myself knowing I put Akane through all of this? This is half truth and half lie. If Yuka really loves him, and truly doesn't want to kill him, holding his own life hostage is playing dirty, but it might just create an opportunity. In this situation, the only weapon he has is his own life. Yuka looks genuinely perplexed, like she has no idea what to do. I already told you, after the horrible things that Akane went through because of me, there's no way I can continue on without her, as if nothing happened. I love her. I want to see her. The words leave his lips without him even meaning to say them. But as soon as he says them, he realizes that it's the truth. I want to see Akane again. Akane's face surfaces in his mind's eye. She isn't glaring up at him in the way Yuka right now, but instead she's beaming directly into his eyes with a smile on her lips that's as bright as the sun. As Kyoji hangs his head, Yuka stares fixedly at him. And after a time, Kyoji feels something odd in the air. He looks up to see one more figure standing in front of him. Oh, they parted anyway! Oh, they parted actually! Oh! Oh, okay! But Yuka looks sad. Fuck, I don't... Yuka, I'm confused. I'm conflicted about your existence. I have a feeling like I feel sad for Yuka, but also she's so fucked up, I don't feel sad for her. I need her backstory to put my mind at ease and like make any rational choices about her. Yuka makes no sense. Yuka has appeared at Akane's side, hanging her head. She came out of Akane's body. Akane? He hurried over to Akane, throwing his arms around her. She looks dazzled, but her pupils eventually focus on Kyoji. Gore speaks up for the first time in a while. Yuka hands her head and reaches out to Gore behind her. Yeah. You are really sad about this. What you gonna do? Gore picks Yuka up. She wraps her arms around his neck. Why you go to such lengths, Yuka? I don't want this world. That's the big thing. As Yuka says that, the sound of shattering glass rolls in front of the distance. The sound persists closer and closer, steadily approaching the room. It's not just a sound of shattering glass. There's a low rumble too, like the earthquake. Little by little, the floor beneath them starts to tremble. What? The cracks run through the empty space in Kyoji's room. They can't stay here. With Akane in his arms, Kyoji runs. He runs past Gore and Yuka, who stand frozen in place like statues. He reaches the door, only to find it covered in countless cracks. It crumbles to pieces and falls apart as the rumbling of the ground crescendos. The fuck? Does this game even have a good ending? What the fuck is happening? He sees strange mountains that look like something humans saw in the Chinese landscape painting, and the sky shimmering with the kaleidoscope of the phantasmagoric flowers. Before him is a massive spiral staircase at the heart of the barren wasteland. There's nothing at the top of the staircase, but the sky is full of countless eyeballs. Each and every one of them is fixed on Akane and him. What the actual fuck is happening? What? Every hair on his body stands up in unison. His limbs stiffens with terror, but Akane hastily calls his name. Okay, what is Yuka doing? Like, she said she don't want this world, everything starts crumbling, but this is the illusion, this is the world of Yuka and Gore, not the reality, so she's like shattering the illusion? She's sending us back? What's happening? What word does she mean? Right, he still has Akane. He finally got her back from them. He can't afford to freeze up now. Not in a place like this. Picking up Akane in his arms, he sprints off, still clenching Yoshiki's pendant. Oh. I don't believe it that I need to censor, like, even this ending. What the actual... At least this is, like... actually awesome scene. If you think about this is not, like, horrible, yeah. Like, this is the... just how Yuka left her body, the blows is just, like... loose, and this is just like normal thing that would happen when they escape like that. So this is pretty natural way of like actually showing this scene. What is that? The low rumbling grows closer as the tearing noises still ring in his ears. The ground shackles. There's a strong wind, yet the air feels sticky, vicious. It goes around his body, as if trying to drag him down. Actually, no, yeah. I need to censor this. I thought like if this episode will be posted as 18 plus only anyway, then I don't have to really censor this. To be honest, from what I saw. But I will just do it just in case, so anyway. You can see like Akane is actually like confused. Her face is really confused at this point. I mean, no wonder, like she just woke up and like there's like some kind of like nightmare going on. The ground shakes, there's a strong wind, yet the air feels sticky, vicious. It coils around his body as if trying to drag him down. Where can he even run to? How can he escape this world? As Kyoji runs blindly, he can hear Gore's voice. Oh. Gore's massive form appears in the corner of the sky. Yuka replies, her face buried in his shoulder. Her voice echoed everywhere, with the sound of destruction coming from every which way. He can make out what she's saying. There's no way out. He can run all he wants, but there's only ways down in every direction. Akane, who seems to have collected herself, now grasps Kyoji's hand tightly. That's right, I still have the pendant. Kyoji brandishes the pendant Yoshki's left him. This is their only chance. He aims at Gore massively form floating in the sky and throws the pendant at him. Yeah, as if that would hit him, like he can see this like coming from the mile. A flash of light envelops the area. An explosion louder than all than once before. It's too bright to see anything. Kyoji and Akane wrap their arms tightly around each other. The air winds up in a whirlwind around them. Opening his eyes, just a crack, Kyoji catches the glimpse of Yuka and Gore. Countless tentacles extend from the Gore's body, coiling around Yuka's extremities. They slide around her slender arms, her neck, every part of her. Gore is smiling. What the fuck is happening? But that thought too passes in an instant. What? I'm questioning reality anyway. I feel unsafe anyway. This blue sky is a trap. I don't believe it. Koji looks around. What is this place? He has no idea where they are. The place looks familiar, but at the same time, it doesn't look like... Looks like anywhere he's been before. They are in overgrown clearing. Looking around, all he sees are trees. The sky lurking behind the greenery is the color of morning, clear and serene. Okay. Akane says, her voice clear and firm. When he hears her, the realization drowns on him. You're right, okay. So does it mean that we've been trapped in the illusion since we entered this house? For the first time? And like half of the game was the illusion? But there are no Baron's ruins to be seen anywhere. What? So no one knows, like, did any of this actually happen? Is Yoshiki like alive? Is he dead? Is he alive? Is like Yamiko investigated this place? Did it burn? Do people know? What happened? What kind of timeline is that? The plants are growing free and thick over the ground. As if there was never a building here in the first place. It's just an empty clearing. Where did the ruins go though? Even Akane don't... What? She's forgetting. Akane cracks her head. Her eyes are distant, like she's trying to read through her memories. Suddenly her expression fills with anxiety. Yeah. She whispers. She starts waving her arm around in panic. Oh, okay. Okay. She turns red, team pale, all while waving her arms around in frustrated manner. This is this, Akane. It feels like he hasn't seen her in so long, but she's the real deal. I wonder if like we can actually reach this ending even if I choose like, you know, I'm not going with Akane like at school, so we have like Sadashima scene. Because it seems like the most important part was the notebook part. Like, because of this, he was able to remember. So maybe like, yeah, maybe the last choice doesn't matter that much. At least like not the last one, the one before. This is Akane. It feels like he hasn't seen her so long, but she's the real deal. The wind is no longer clinging to them. It simply passes by, caressing their cheeks. The scent of the grass and the color of the sky are gentle and soft. The chirping of the birds and the gentle rustling of beach. What? Leaves. I don't know what kind of tree is that. I literally don't know. Fills their ears. I never heard this word like in English. I can't even translate this. Realization sets in. They're finally free. I don't believe this. This game made me paranoid. I don't believe like anything. Are they now? For the time being, Kyoji takes Akane back to his place. As she insists she doesn't want to go home, looking the way she does. With a strong kid, she can fix her skirt hem and sew her skirt buttons back on. That's her plan, at least. Kyoji lends her his jacket and they do their best to avoid being seen on their way home. Well, we broke actually Yuka, like... I'm sad for Yuka now, but also I'm happy because she's gone. But also I don't believe it that she's gone. I don't know what to believe anymore. Neither of them knows what day it is. How much of those several days worth of events was real, and how much of it was just an illusion? Kyoji sits in an apartment living room, flipping through the channels on the TV. He checked the newspaper to confirm today's date today. 2 days have passed since the Sunday following Yoshi's death. Okay, so it actually happened. It seems his perception of time after Akane went to school in that growly getup was accurate enough. So basically... yeah, since the time like he left the pendant, yeah. Went through a few morning talk shows, but no one talking about the explosion Yuka mentioned anymore. There was an incident in the town in the boonies, maybe public interest in just quick to fade. Maybe this means the explosion never actually happened. Yeah, like the mansion is no longer there. So I wonder if like... when we enter this place we've got trapped, I think. But if that's the case, what about Yoshiki? Yeah, exactly, like if the explosion didn't happen then he have to be alive, right? Kyoji doesn't think his death was an illusion. The strange feeling of loss and the certainty of his passing still lingers at Kyoji's heart. Yamiko's not around, she must have gone out. As he keeps aimlessly changing the channels, he hears the door open behind him. Finally! Finally! Our Akane is back. Oh, I missed you. Yeah. He answers without turning around. Okay. This is awkward. Akane seems to remember what happened while Yuka had control of her body. Oh! Yeah, okay. Good that In this save, we don't have Sadashima memory. Yup. I wonder though, that would that like change her mindset or something? I'm curious now how much of that would change. Huh. And although she hasn't explicitly said as much, she probably remembers what the two of them did the day before yesterday. What should he say? How should he even say it? You're just still hesitating when Akane breaks the silence. Yeah? Her voice tapers off. She finishes her sentence in a whisper. Yep, like many times. Yeah, I guess. But when he did it, it wasn't really with her. That vexes him to no end. I'm sorry, I should have realized it sooner. Akane shakes her head. Are we going to have like she awesome scene at the end? Like between two actual lovers? Then feel her coming closer. Her fingertips brush across his palm. Aww. He squeezes her hand tightly in response. He turns around, finding her nervously blushing. Are you sure about this? Okay. Finally the age scene when I will not feel angry, or disappointment, or disgust, or being terrified. Okay. Finally. On the other hand, can I believe this? Is this actually happening, or maybe is this Yuka who actually is possessing her body and just making her look and feel like Akane? Maybe she actually acting. What if this is not Akane? I'm paranoid. I don't know what to believe in anymore. Akane gives him a little nod. She shivers as he gently lifts her chin. They kiss. Even her lips are quivering gently. Their warmth make his heart ache. Oh, we just skip? Or maybe, yeah, we just went to bed. Okay, so there's still the scene. They both end up sitting on the bed. With the curtains pulled closed and the light switched off, the room is quite dim. Yeah, okay, so we're just now doing it now. Yeah. They can only just make out each other's faces. Think Akane's face so close, Kyoji's heart race. Her downcast eyelashes flutter, and her flowing chestnut hair rises and falls, in sync with her trembling. The sight truly drives home that this precious childhood friend is finally back. Kyoji gently wraps his arm around Akane's shoulder and pulls her slender body closer to him. You really are the one I love, Akane. She gazes at him. In response, he softly kisses her lips. They feel soft and full against his own. He snakes out his tongue slightly, letting Akane answer him in kind. The two bashfully coil their tongues together. The stiffness in her body gradually melts away as he holds her in his arms. This is actually another episode. It was like over 20 minutes now, so we can actually make a short episode of this out of this. Okay. He caresses her face, her warm skin as soft as the peach against his. His finger brushed her forehead. He runs them through her hair, causing the fresh scent of soap to waft into his nose. The smell fills him with a cheerful, pleasant feeling Kyoji has come to associate with the Kazuyaki Akane he knows. He brushes through her smooth chestnut hair a few times, causing her to let out a contented sigh. As they gently fell onto the bed, her hair and skirt fan out across the sheets. As their lips part, Akane looks up at Kyoji, her eyes glistering and wavering. Her lashes quiver. Eventually, she bashfully looks away from him. But soon, she once again directs an upturned glance at him. Sorry, I'm kind of not used to this, I guess. Right. They both start giggling. But they carefully lock lips again. Akane lets her eyes flutter shut, completely at ease. Koji can feel the rhythm of their heartbeat. Can I touch your chest? Akane makes a bashful sound and looks away, as if she can bear to watch him to do so. When Kyoji reaches for her blues buttons, he feels her flinch nervously. He has difficulty undoing her buttons with one hand, so for some time they are both too embarrassed to speak. Sorry? Akane chuckles. I'm sorry? Akane bursts into laughter. What? Okay, this is cool. Okay. She actually have a good ending. Now we have a good ending, right? There's no more endings, or maybe there is. What if, like, I fucked up something in the meantime, and, like, this ending is not actual ending, and this is, like, driving us into another bad ending, and I need to, like, go even further before with choices to get actually the other ending. Like, Okay, so far so good. Okay, that's our Akane face. Okay, and this is going to be wholesome. No, this fits perfectly. Kyoji reflects that even the most trivial things are fun and happy when she's with him. Aww, finally some wholesome scene. Look how happy Akane is. Not at all. Lovely. Actually, lovely, finally. Sure. With a giggle, Akane nestles against his body. Kyoji awkwardly offers her arm as a pillow, hugging her shoulders against him. Aww. The closed curtains make cuddling together a pleasant experience. An ever so slightly bashful atmosphere fills the air. The arm she's resting on has started to go numb under her weight. I guess lying like they do on the TV shows isn't really all that comfortable. Yeah, because it's cut off your blood vessels. Yeah, pretty much. Akane doesn't seem used to this either, as she keeps fidgeting around in an attempt to find a more comfortable position. Before long, Kyoji members ends up becoming erect again. Oh, okay. So, going for round 2, I guess. Yeah? Kyoji draws back, his waist in a hurry. Akane brings her face close to his, glaring at him. Yeah. I mean, sorry. Akane pouts for a while, but after a moment, she suddenly says, Round 2. Fight. The moment she says this, Akane goes red and looks away. Cute. Feeling the point of no return approach, Kyoji stares into her face from close range. If you say stuff like that, I will really do it. Aww. You sure? Like, it reminds me. Like, I saw a story somewhere. Like, someone was talking like about like the neighbors or something. Like, they were doing stuff, and he got to hear that, the guy from the story. And then at some point he said like, finish her, just like in Mortal Kombat. And then after a few minutes, After a few minutes, he hear the neighbor saying, "Round 2, fight." These are like probably like the most shot neighbors ever. And like, I don't know. It just reminded me of that. I don't know why. What the fuck? Of course you are, alright. Oh god. Happy end! After everything that's happened, we actually get a happy end. Oh god, I'm so good. I mean, maybe that's why I like, you know, I feel like that, because finally episode where I'm not feeling scared anymore. Oh, Kyoji brings his face closer to hers, intent on kissing her. But just as he's a moment away from contact, something knocks him away. She shoves him away with the palm of his face. With her palm to his face. Wait, what? Ow. Nice one. What the hell? It totally got me in the mood. Seriously? You're the one who asked if I want another round. Why? Now it's embarrassing after all that. They both laugh at each other. Suddenly he realizes they've been arguing about something so stupid while lying naked, pressed against each other. Akane seems to have come to the same conclusion, because she pulls the blankets up over her chest with a sheepish smile. What the hell are we doing, right? What the hell are we doing? Yeah. As they laugh, they rest their cheeks against one another. Cool. Yeah? They leave the apartment, just the sun about to set. In the way to Akane's, they hold hands, making sure there's no one around. What are you laughing at? Yuji asks that despite having a smile plastered on his face as well. Being with Akane now feels completely different from when Yuka was possessing her. He's on cloud 9 and can't stop grinning. Akane tightens her grip on his hand, and he squeezes back. Hey Yamiko! Where have you been? Akane voice perks up on noticing Yamiko, but then it tapers off. Yeah, like, how much of the thing happened was actually the reality, because she was like very rude to Yamiko, remember that. So, does Yamiko remembers that or not? Akane is probably recalling the terrible way Yuka treated Yamiko while the girl possessed her. Yeah, pretty much. Also, I don't think I ever talked about this, but I really like how the CGs, the backgrounds basically they make for this game, have some elements that are like moving. Like here we can see like this is the static image, but it also have the depth and like animated sky actually. We have actually clouds moving on. This is cool. This is really cool. Or maybe she's embarrassed because she hardly lets go of Kyoji's hand. Yamiko, in typical Yamiko fashion, just looks at her with a slightly puzzled expression. Yamiko slowly raises her hand. Yeah?
でもそれってもしかしてなんか違うんじゃないかって気がするのよね。ヤミコさんの勘なんだけど。
Certified Yamiko intuition.
ヤミコお姉ちゃん。
Yamiko eyes narrows as she smiles.
とりあえず詳しいことは後できょうちゃんに聞くから。きょうちゃん、 あかねちゃん送ってたんじゃないの？
Yeah.
じゃ、早く行ってきなさい。帰ったら話ゆっくり聞いてあげるから。
Yamiko waves goodbye and walks off. They watch her until they see her disappear around the corner, then holds hands again. Let's go. To the sun! The days that follow are pretty rough. People's memories of the weird events that transpired over these past few days are patchy. There are things they remember, but others they completely forgot. Thank God we don't have Sadashima memory in this. On top of that, different people remember different things, sparking regular arguments. The person who was hit hardest was Akane, especially the way she was dressed during those days became the talk of the school. Yeah. So it really happened actually. She spent a good while making excuses, blushing to the root of her hair.
なあ、聞いたか？スイマーのやつ、十二指腸潰瘍で入院だってさ。
Oh! I mean... Okay, we can call what happens to him the gut ulcer. Yeah, sure, why not? Wow. When he considers the possibility that this might have happened because Gore abused him inside that illusion, he can't help but feel bad for him. Even Ando doesn't deserve that. Honestly, it's a miracle that Ando is even still alive. That man was eviscerated in that illusion. Yeah, pretty much. Or was it all just an illusion? Maybe Ando Alcor doesn't have anything to do with what Kyoji saw. Probably does. So part of this were illusion, part of this were not. I mean, I guess illusion was the part where we had this red screen. That's when, like, we had the actual illusion. Thank God we don't have a Sadashima memory. Again. I know I'm mentioning this again, but oh God, thank goodness. That would be terrible to have this memory here. But some people do remember what happened to Akane. Where did reality end and the illusion begin? Kyoji still can't wrap his hand around what happened. The explosion incident had apparently gotten some media coverage. That much was established. Some people tapped the news. But it remained unresolved, and public interest had moved on. The trashier weeklies ran stories like how some nerve gas buried by the Japanese. What? Okay, this doesn't make sense to me. Wait. How some nerve gas? Okay, nerve gas buried by the Japanese army. That should be the point. Some nerve gas point buried by the Japanese army years ago was involved. But even that story soon died down. One magazine though, it seems to have taken the case seriously. I can't believe they actually let you publish this. Yeah, the Yamiko one. Kyoji says with a shrug, seated on the living sofa as he flips through the newest issue of Abrace. Okay. Close to the truth or not, surely no one's going to believe a word of this. The writer of the article is one Saitama Yamiko. But that said, the actual contents of the article are markedly different from the truth. It approaches the story differently from the other publications, but Yamiko didn't actually use the story Kyoji told her or details Yoshiki left behind when she wrote it. Kyoji doesn't know why. But on the day it all ended, when he returned to the apartment after walking Akane home, Kyoji recounted everything to Yamiko. All the illusions he saw at school, how he seems to move from place to place, all the dreamlike occurrences. It didn't take long for his mouth to feel heavy from all the talking. He told her He ran through the wide void with Yoshiki pendant in hand. How he confronted Yuka, how he rejected her, escaped from her, and then... Yamiko-san, this might be a bit rich coming from me, but this whole thing left a really bad taste in my mouth. Just thinking about what Yuka did boils my blood. I still hate her. When I told her all those things, she looked really hurt. And when she disappeared, she looked like she was in pain. That's my thoughts exactly! Kyoji is like me. I need her backstory to judge her properly. I still hate her, but still she feels like there's something that drives her to these lengths. Why? There must be a reason. Hopefully a good reason. Good enough reason. Because I don't know how you could judge even what she did. There's no good reason for what she did really, right? There's no way. I was really happy to get that kind of bug, but when I think about how I've hurt that little girl so deeply, it just feels really... With his elbows resting on the table, Kyoji hangs his head. After a moment of silence, Yamiko replies in a voice full of kindness.
いいのよ、きょうちゃん。それでいいの。誰かを傷つけるのが辛くなかったら、世の中もっと殺伐としちゃうわよ。
Yeah.
その方が世の中って平和なのよ、きっと。
You think so?
そうよ。このヤミコさんが言うんだから間違いないって。
Kyoji smiles. Maybe she's right. He idly asks himself if Akane is asleep already. The slightly chilly night air has a tense feel to it. The added silence also feels gentle, oh so gentle. Kyoji can't help but hope that this night air could somehow reach those who are already gone, wherever they are now. Good ending! Yes! Oh, it's the same ending song though. So nothing new. But we finally reached the proper conclusion of the story. I'm happy with this ending. I'm happy with this. Because, we actually got Akane back. We still remember stuff. So we cannot discredit what happened before. Akane is actually Akane. Where Kyoji is with the person he loves. Akane is herself. But on the other hand, I feel bad about Yuka. What Yuka did in this past endings and in past days of this illusion she created with Gore, it's pretty much unforgivable. But why she's so what drives her to the point of doing this stuff? What's her what's the deal with Kyoji? What's her backstory? Oh well, I guess that's conclusion of the Akane road. Let me know, what do you think? Do you think we are really back in our real world? I feel like we are back, but it also feels like I don't want to believe this. This is weird. I cannot explain this. Let me know in the comments what do you think about this ending. Do you like this ending? I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty nice. Because we actually follow our days as they should follow. I'm still not sure how much of what we saw was illusion, how much what we saw was the truth. Seems like we'll be entranced in part part lies. Parts were like actually true and real things, and parts were just the illusions that Yuka waved. I need more of Yuka backstory. Oh! Okay, that's not the ending yet. We have time skip of few years. Okay.
教授、これ5番テーブル。
Master here, Kyoji table 5. Okay, Kyoji's like the regular here, it seems. Sure. The owner hands him the tray across the counter. Oh, he works here! Wow! Okay. Come on, I'm working here. Walking through the crowded restaurant at a rapid pace, Kyoji makes his way to the table 5. It was around the time Kyoji went to college. Yamiko got offered a new job that required her to move abroad. Oh, she's gone, okay. With his parents' approval, Kyoji stays in the apartment alone. He has a part-time job now and lives a pretty normal life. Akane hasn't changed much either. Oh, that's a new dress. Here I go, your winter nights. Thanks for waiting. This is awesome, I love it. Oh, these drinks look cool, I like it. I want to drink this. Akane looks so lovely here. I love it. Aww.
あ、なんか存在。
Now, listen you. Do you think you can waltz in here while I'm on the clock and expect me to throw you freebies?
何その言い方。私はちゃんとお金を払ってんだから、お客様よ。お客様は神様なんでしょ？
Cool. Yeah, like no one's ever heard of the Wicked King.
なーに？なんか言ったバカ教授。今日誰のおかげでバイトに間に合ったと思ってんの？私が起こしてあげなかったらどうなってたと。
教授、これ7番。
Yeah. You are on work here, just stop chatting with your girlfriend. The owner glares at him with a counter. Kyoji hurries, turns around. Now that, yeah, I will be right over. Hey! Ah, but that's so in it. Anyway, sit tight until my shift over. I will walk you home. Akane nods with a grin. Her smile is bright and joyful as ever. He still feels like he hurt Yuka. What he did hangs on Kyoji's heart like a black stain. Yeah, I feel like that as well. I feel like I hurt Yuka, but on the other hand, I feel like she hurt us way more. But it still feels like we hurt her. Like, what's the reasons? I need her backstory. He rejected Yuka. It's not like he thinks he was wrong to do so. He can't forgive terrible thing he said. She did, sorry. Forgive, yeah. He can't forgive the terrible things she did. Yeah, sorry. That fact doesn't make the lingering bitterness and heritage fade away. He will probably spend the rest of his life harboring this emotion. Maybe accumulating this kind of bitter regrets is a part of growing up. Maybe bearing these stains, more than one, can count as a pair of life. Every now and then, that thought crosses his mind, leaving him reeling. But at the same time, he remembers the morning when he was freed from all those illusions. The scent of greenery moist with morning dew, the gentle wind brushing against him, the beauty of the morning sun. It's probably because he can't forget the stain in his heart that he so often revisits the memory of that one morning. The warmth of the sun he always looked for granted, the smell of the plants, his uneventful life. he will live on, holding these peaceful days close to heart. Yes, for the rest of his life. Cool. Okay, and now this is the correct thing. Okay, amazing. Love this. They actually followed through with the time skip. They're still together. Yoji remembers what happened. Seems like Yuka is actually not interfering with them anymore. She actually is gone. As Kyoji, I feel bad about Yuka, but also I feel like I cannot forgive her for what she did. But also I want to know why she did this. Like, why? What's her reasons? Hopefully we can find this out in the next episodes of Gore Screaming Show. In the next roads. I wonder what road I will get next time. I have a feeling like, because when I started, I thought like I will get, by my choices, I thought I will get Aoi road, but I got Akane road, and it turns out to be pretty good. So I will see what choices I will do. I think I will do like, I will choose everything that I did not choose last time, basically, you know? I did the same thing with Little Busters previously, and with Muramasa I think as well. Basically, if we get the choice and there's a choice that I didn't make before, I will just choose the other one, basically. And I think I will try to get Aoi road, unless the choices will make me to go into another direction, because if there will be like Kika or Aoi, and like Kika road, I mean like choice will like basically feel more correct for me, like, you know, from the standpoint of the story telling what I would do, then we may end up on Kika road, who knows. But yeah, we'll see on what road I will end. I don't want to use any guides or anything, so yeah, we'll see. That will be fun. Anyway, thank you everyone for being with me. It took us like 3 tries or even more. It depends how much I cut to get to this point. And yeah, thank you for being with me. Leave up a like if you like the episode, subscribe if you're not subscribed, become a member if you would like to support me, and see the next road sooner. Thank you everyone once again, and I will see you all in the next episode of Gore Screaming Show. So for the Pocket Watch, let's going out.